Yes, people, you know the face, you know the name. Aaron here, back again with another video. Shout out to everybody tuning in, man. I appreciate the support as per usual. Second video of the day. You know what to do if you want to support this channel. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And yeah, man, listen. Arsenal 3, Nottingham Forest 0. And I can't lie, I am mad disappointed in Nottingham Forest. Bro, I thought they were going to do so much better, man. They were on such a good run. They were getting results. They were playing scintillating football according to their standards. And, you know, Nuno Espirito Santo had managed to put together a group that gelled well. And I'm just looking at some of the results prior. I think they have, well, their last two games have been losses. 3-1 loss at home against Newcastle, 3-0 loss away to Arsenal today. But before that, I'm looking at 3-0 win against West Ham, 3-1 win against Leicester, 1-0 win against Crystal Palace. And I know all three of these teams are not doing well this season, but excuse me, you can only beat what's in front of you, man. You know, last season they weren't doing well at all. They were not doing well at all. And look at this season, bro. Completely changed. Before that, there was a 1-1 draw against Chelsea, and I'm looking, there was a win against Liverpool. Like, bro, it's been a decent season for them so far. Do you know what I mean? This is only their third loss of the season, if I'm not wrong. This is only the third loss. I'm looking at the table. Yeah, only their third loss. 5 wins, 4 draws, and 3 losses. It's been a decent season for them. So today, I expected a bit more from from Nottingham Forest. Obviously, it didn't help that Elanga went off injured at half time. He had something with his shoulder. Felt something in his shoulder. I don't know what it was, but I'm guessing they just took him off for precaution. But yeah, I was missing that bit of flavour, man. Excuse me, somebody's texting me. Or not texting me. I was missing that bit of flavour. I was missing that bit of, Awoniyi was starting, so I was expecting him to be a bit more, do you know what I mean? I don't know if it's got anything to do with the fact that he's been out for a long time, so he's got to find a rhythm again of playing regularly. And I don't know why Chris Wood didn't start, but at the same time, I do understand there's a lot of games coming up, so you need to try and rest your players as much as you can, which is probably why Elanga went off at halftime. Otherwise, if this was just one game a week, he probably would have carried on until the 60th or 75th minute, and then they would have taken him off. But yeah, I'm just looking at the squad today, and I just expected more. Cho has had a fantastic little spell. Not really here today. Of course, when I say Cho, I mean Callum Hudson-Odoi. Ola Aina in defence. It wasn't the best of performances from Nottingham Forest, and I think they will know this as well. Even though they had little to no possession, when they did have possession, I just felt like they didn't do much with it. They lost the ball very quickly at times. Even when they intercepted the ball, they lost it very quickly again after. Yeah, at some points during the game, it was a bit too careless for me. Like I said, very disappointing. I really thought they were going to, give Arsenal a game today. Yeah, but I guess it's back to the drawing board for them. And Nuno Espirito Santo will have to find solutions to what went wrong today. And it doesn't get any easier. I think the only easy game they have coming up now is on Saturday next week. It's actually surprising that they've got a week rest. They're playing Ipswich at home next week. Should be a winnable fixture. Then they got City and United away within 3 days of each other. They've got City away on the 4th of December, and they've got United away on the 7th of December. So that's not going to be easy. Then they've got Villa at home, Tottenham away, Brentford at home, Everton. December is going to be a tough one for them. So today would have been a good way to prepare, going into this tough period. But I'm guessing if they get the win next week against Ipswich, it will be good. But yeah, like I said, overall, I'm very disappointed in Nottingham Forest. The changes as well the people that came on didn't really have an impact like that. A couple of people went missing for me. James Ward-Prowse, dead ball specialist, but the dead balls that we saw today, the set pieces weren't really the best. So yeah, overall disappointment. As for Arsenal, it's back to winning ways. Back to winning ways for Arsenal. I think this is their first win since the 5th of October, if I'm not wrong. This will do them some good, man, because they have gone through a very rough patch. Um, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not chatting rubbish. Their last win, see, before that, they had a 1-1 draw against Chelsea, 1-0 loss against Inter, 1-0 loss against Newcastle, 3-0 win, of course, against Preston in the EFL Cup, but then a draw against Liverpool. Before that, a win in the Champions League, a loss against Bournemouth. It's been a tough few weeks for Arsenal, man. It's been a tough few weeks, and this makes the table a lot more interesting because there is now, taken into account from like first to fifth, there's a 6 point gap between first and fifth. So with this busy period coming up, 2 games is all you need to make a difference if you're in that top five right now. Do you know what I mean? And Arsenal, Chelsea, and Brighton all have 22 points. They all have 22 points. So it's going to be crucial for Arsenal. These games, these up and coming games are going to be crucial. West Ham away, United at home, Fulham away. It's not going to be easy. Do you know what I mean? Nowadays you watch Arsenal and you don't automatically assume that they're going to win because of that little rough patch that they've had. But overall today, I think Arsenal can thank the stars. They can thank the footballing gods for Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard because those two were absolutely outstanding today. I don't see any other two players that stood out today apart from these two. Some of the combinations, some of the given goals that I was seeing, bro, it was, even though it was a very short period, but that short period made the difference. They scored the first one, scored the second one. Saka's first goal, I think, was really good. And the second goal from Partey, everybody was involved. The third goal from Ranieri, by the way, Ranieri for me, yeah, he's an up-and-coming star, bro. He can ball. You can tell, bro. Sometimes you just need to watch players, and it takes you less than 10 minutes to see this kid's got it or this guy's got it. And Ranieri definitely has it, bro. He definitely got it, 100%. If he doesn't make it at Arsenal, I would be surprised, but I'm sure he would make it somewhere else because yeah, you can tell the kid's got talent. Linking up with Sterling very well for the third goal, but like I said, Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard for me were the standout players for me, bro. Gabriel Jesus looked a bit lively as well today with the given goals, with the intricate passing in the first half especially. It's just that he's not a striker, innit? He's wearing the number 9, but he's not a striker for me because, yes, on the ball he's good, but the lack of goals is just, that's the first thing that stands out when you watch him play for 90 minutes. Where are the goals? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, Saka, Odegaard ran the show today. Like I said, in a few spells during the game. It wasn't for the whole duration of the game. But this does bring some negative points with it. Because, as you've seen, when Odegaard was missing, there was no creative spark. And it can't be, and I'm trying to be critical here, in the best possible way. It can't be that you've spent over £800 million, yeah, and I'm talking about Arteta. It can't be that you've spent over £800 million or close to that, and your only creative outlet is Odegaard. And when he's missing, the whole thing just falls apart. It can't be, bro. I'm sorry, but I'm looking at it from the outside as a neutral supporter. It can't just be, bro. You can have a system, but that system needs to be able to make sure that everybody can contribute. Do you get where I'm coming from? It can't just be like when Martin Odegaard's missing, Odegaard's missing so we can't create. Nah, bro, like you spent over £800 million and now you're looking at the likes of Smith Rowe. They could have helped. The likes of Reece Nelson, they could have helped. The likes of Vieira, they could have helped. They're not world beaters, but they could have helped. Do you get where I'm coming from? So yes, they won today, but there will be games where it's going to be tough, and there will be games where maybe Odegaard will have to take a rest and then come on and be substituted on and start the game on the bench. So when he does start on the bench, who is that creative spark? Who's that creative outlet? Do you know what I mean? So yes, today was a flawless performance from them, and like I said, in spells, Saka and Odegaard ran the show, but when they're not there, what do you do? what do you do? And don't forget that in between, Arsenal have Champions League, Sporting away, and they've got Monaco at home. How do you deal with that? You know, making sure that Odegaard does get enough rest because he just came back from an injury. Making sure that Saka doesn't get overplayed again because he played over, what, 60, 80 games last season, something like that. You don't want to overdo it to the point where there's an overload in terms of his muscles and everything, and then he gets injured. Boom. Like, you want to make sure you take care of that, but there's no understudy to Saka. He plays pretty much every game, and every game from start to finish. And there's no understudy for Odegaard. And the people that do replace him are not as good as him in that position. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying the person that replaces Odegaard has to be exactly like him, but somebody has to be a creative outlet, or somebody else can be a creative outlet. This is why last season I said, because there's no creative outlet when Odegaard's not there, when Saka's not playing, and because everybody's satisfied with just following Arteta's plan. Like I said, the plan is here, and everyone at Arsenal just stays between those lines. Nobody dares to do anything outside of these lines. Nobody's saying, all right, cool, let me grab the game by the scruff of the neck and just decide this game by myself, like an Alexis Sanchez was doing, like a Thierry Henry was doing. I know I'm going all the way back in time, but I can't see anybody doing that at Arsenal. Everyone is just happy with following Mikel's plan, and if Mikel's plan doesn't work, now we're all looking to the bench and we're doing this, like, because Odegaard did this last game. So even though it was a really good performance today, and I know those 3 points will do Arsenal very, very good, I do ask myself these questions because, you know, there will be times where these scenarios will come up. So yeah, man. But overall, I think this was a good performance for Arsenal. They needed it, and yeah, man. That's my opinion, bro. Let me know in the comment section what you think. In the comment section below, if you made it to the end of this video, go in the comment section and type in green because the mic is green right now. And yeah, you know what to do. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and tune into the Man City game against Tottenham. And after that, you'll get a reaction as well, of course. And yeah, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. It's road to 14K. Shout out to everybody tuning in and supporting. And I shall see you in the next video. Peace.